What is going on, everybody? Repel here, and we have yet another Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee Wi-Fi battle. I'm gonna go jump right onto it. And I did bring some new Pokemon into my team this time, because I tried to at least bring 1 or 2 new Pokemon into every new battle, just because I know that you guys are all craving to see something really new and refreshing. So we're going to wait for my next opponent, and depending on how long it takes, I'm going to take a quick pause here until we find a new opponent. Okay, so we did find our next opponent. That didn't take too long. Let us see what he has in store for us. So it is a Japanese opponent. I think I fought a Japanese opponent again, so it's up to me to decide the rules. I always do normal rules, and I'm going to go ahead and bring this party here. So here's Aerodactyl, Mewtwo, Chansey, Slowbro, Zapdos, and Venomoth. That's a very powerful team. Yes, sir, it is. I'm gonna go ahead and lead out the Dugtrio because I do want to set up my Stealth Rocks. Since he does have Zapdos, Aerodactyl, and Venomoth, there's 3 things that are weak to Rock. So I do have Alola Muck and Beedrill. That should be a nice Mewtwo counter. Nonetheless, it's pretty terrifying. The thing about Japanese people is I don't think they play any Showdown. I don't think they play any Pokemon Showdown. So they're free to just use Mewtwo, they're free to break Sleep Claws, they're free to break Species Claws, which, honestly, that's totally fine. Not really here, about that. If I want to play Pokemon Showdown, then I'll just go to Pokemon Showdown. So he does lead off with the Aerodactyl. As I predicted, he probably will actually go for the, he'll probably actually go for the Taunt or Stealth Rocks, or maybe even Attack. I'm thinking he'll go for a Stealth Rocks. Now, I could be completely wrong. I could be incredibly wrong. But no, he actually does go for Stealth Rocks, and per usual, he does outspeed me, which is, totally fine. I'm gonna go for my own Stealth Rocks. So I'm going to go for the Rock Slide here. He could stay in. He actually does go for the Crunch. Very interesting that he doesn't go for the Earthquake. Luckily, I do land my Rock Slide, but from this range, he is going to 2-hit KO me with a Crunch. I'm not sure if I want to preserve my Dugtrio. He does have Zapdos and Venomoth, and it could be a nice, counter for them. But I don't think it's that necessary. So I'm gonna go for a Sucker Punch here, in case he does want to switch out. Actually, no, I don't know. He'll probably go for another Crunch. That's my bet. I'm gonna go to Melmetal expecting the Crunch, because, hey, why the heck not? Kinda want to preserve my Dugtrio, just because he does have that Venomoth. So he does go for a Crunch. Hopefully he does not drop my defense. And he doesn't, thank goodness. I'm gonna go ahead and just go for the double Iron Bash. It's the safest bet. He could stay in and go for the Earthquake. He could go into Slowbro or even Zapdos, but it's good damage for me nonetheless. Really fearing that he might go to Zapdos, that is why I decided not to go for the Thunder Wave. But my opponent, frankly, he can almost do anything. It's still like the beginning of the battle after all. He actually stays in and goes for the Rock Slide, hoping to get a flinch or whatnot. Does he get it? Unfortunately, he does not get it, and I'm able to finish off his Aerodactyl with a double Iron Bash. So we know for a fact he is not evolving his Aerodactyl, so he's probably saving his Mega Stone for his Mewtwo. Whether or not he uses Mega Mewtwo Y or Mega Mewtwo X is entirely up to him. Let us see what he'll bring out. Now, I think a Slowbro is actually a really nice counter because he could potentially burn me. But, yeah, that is what I would do. As a matter of fact, he does go into Slowbro. He's probably gonna click that Scald immediately. He could also be a Mega Slowbro. That being said, I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'll go to Starmie. If he wants to burn me, that is okay. I do have Recover. If he actually burns me, that's even better because then he probably can't poison me. So he does have Flamethrower. Very interesting. I think Melmetal could have probably taken that. It's not really stab. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, I'm really fearing that he might have poison. That's the thing. There's really no need for me to switch back and forth so much. I'm gonna go for the Scald. Hopefully I can land a burn. He switches out. Let's see what he'll bring out. Goes into Chansey. It's a really, really good switch in because it'll absorb any attack, but if I can get a burn, that will be fantastic. Unfortunately, I do not get a burn. So here is the dilemma. I think he will actually go ahead and go for a poison. I do have 3 things that are immune to poison. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Muck. Don't really want to go to Melmetal again because Melmetal will get walled by a Slowbro once again. So I'm going to go to Muck. Hopefully he'll use Toxic. He does use Toxic, but you know, half my team are immune to Toxic, so you know, why the heck would I switch into anything? I'm going to go for Crunch. Nothing in this team resists Crunch. 2 of his things are actually weak to Crunch, so he goes for a Protect, which is absolutely unnecessary. Really unnecessary because it's not like we have leftovers. It's not like I would do anything else. Like I said, none of this team resists Crunch. He doesn't have a single fighting type. He doesn't have a fairy type. So I'm free to just go for Crunch. He could go for a double Protect, but like I said, all Mucks, all Alolan Mucks obviously carry Crunch. So the Crunch is definitely happening, my friend. Something is gonna get chipped a lot. Switches out. My opponent loves switching out, which is absolutely fine. I do have Stealth Rocks. Goes into Zapdos. I'm not really sure if Zapdos can actually be able to stop me. So that did a lot. I'm expecting the Roost here, but I don't have Earthquake, so I'm gonna go for the Poison Jab here. He could go for the T-Wave, so he does go for the Roost. It's not gonna heal that much more than what I'm doing already. Go for a Poison Jab because I do want to hopefully land a poison. So I'm pressuring him quite hard. I'm afraid my opponent really has no choice but to keep spamming Roost or hopefully just go for the T-Wave. Like I said, it's not going to do that much. He does go for the T-Bolt, but I am Muck. I take it really well, but I do want to preserve my Muck, honestly. Ooh, and I land a poison. Can the poison actually finish off Zapdos? Let us see here. And it is just enough to finish up Zapdos, so that's really awesome. We got rid of his Aerodactyl and his Zapdos. Things aren't looking too bad here, but I am really fearing that Mewtwo. His Mewtwo could easily just sweep my whole team. Now he does bring out the Mewtwo. Now he could be a Mewtwo X, right? He definitely could be a Mewtwo X. And that could be a big problem to me. However, I'm just going to stay in with Muck because there's really nothing I can do. He could be a Mewtwo X and he could go for Earthquake. So let us see. As a matter of fact, he does go for the Mega Evolution. Of course he does. He is Mega Mewtwo Y, and that's really strong. That's really strong. He does go for the Thunderbolt. It does do neutral. Unless he gets a crit. Well, yeah, he does get a crit. Because I definitely could have lived one Thunderbolt. That is okay though, because I do have Beedrill. Beedrill is my, basically, safest bet. Gonna go to Beedrill here, and it should do a decent amount. He could switch out, fearing the the bug move, but I'm gonna stay in and go for the U-turn. So he does withdraw. That's fantastic because now that gives me a lot of switch priority. No matter how powerful, honestly, no matter how powerful Mewtwo is, he doesn't do very well against Mega Beedrill. So here we go. I'm gonna Mega Evolve into my Mega Beedrill and I'm gonna hit up with that U-turn. It's not gonna do too much to Venomoth, but, you know, gonna grab some chip damage, and frankly, that's more than enough. This is exactly why I wanted to save my Dugtrio. Or I could even go to Dodrio or Starmie, actually. Either of them are perfectly fine. Tell you what, I think I'll go to Dugtrio. I'll go to Dugtrio because it's faster. It's ground type, so it will resist Stealth Rocks very well. And I'm free to just hit him up with an Earthquake. He no longer has flying types, so I can definitely finish him off with an Earthquake. He probably does want to save his Venomoth, but maybe not in this case, because I can understand Venomoth's sheer potential. You know, it can go for a Sleep Powder and go for Corvid Dances, and late game sweep. So my opponent is deciding really hard right now, which is absolutely fine. But he needs to make up his mind soon because we only have 10 minutes. Most of this battle is, well, waiting for my opponent. And I don't blame him, honestly, because I'm giving him a lot of pressure. So he stays in. I'm just going to go hit him over the free Earthquake. It does neutral, and that'll take care of Venomoth, honestly. Yeah, I think I would have let my Venomoth die too. He basically just sent out his Venomoth to die. You know, he got hit by U-turn, and then he got hit by an Earthquake. It's a bit sad. Yeah. My opponent can do a lot of things here. He still has a Slowbro, and he's still a Mega Mewtwo. Why? He does go into Mewtwo. I don't need my Venomoth anymore. He has Slowbro, Mewtwo, and Chansey. I really don't need them. So I'm just gonna let it die, basically. It's I'm happily able to sacrifice my Dugtrio, honestly. I'm kind of glad he actually brought up the Mewtwo and not the Slowbro. So I'm gonna go for Sucker Punch here. It does a lot, holy crap, and he does go for the Psychic, which is absolutely fine, but I'm free to now just hit him up with the Beedrill. Beedrill should be able to clean up basically his whole team very well. Nothing as his team wants to take an attack from Beedrill anymore, including the Slowbro. I'm gonna go ahead and actually stay and use the X-Scissor. My opponent can do a lot of things, but if he is wise, he just might be able to preserve his Mewtwo. So I'm pressuring him quite hard. So he keeps withdrawing, and that's totally fine because I still have U-turn. Chansey is not going to appreciate this. I actually did not go for the U-turn, I went for X-Scissor. That will completely one-shot Chansey. Good job. Good job, Chansey. He has the Slowbro left and the Mewtwo left. Slowbro may still be able to live one X-Scissor. Taking his sweet time, isn't he? That's totally fine. That is totally fine. Still taking his time. hey, I'm not complaining here. Honestly, he can do as much as he wants. Let's see, Mega Beedrill. Since he's giving me so much time, I'm gonna go ahead and go on Damage Calculator and check out how much I can do to his Slowbro. Let's say that his Snowball is actually bold. So he does go into Slowbro. I did just go for the Stealth Rock, so let's see how much X-Scissor will do. X-Scissor may have a chance to not kill. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for the U-turn here. I can afford to still go for another U-turn. This U-turn is gonna do so much to Slowbro, like no joke. I'm wondering if X-Scissor could have killed actually. He'll probably go for the Flamethrower, or maybe the Sidekick, or even the Scald. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Starmie now. Expecting the Scald. Or Sidekick. He does go Flamethrower. Ah, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And my Starmie's just gonna finish off his Slowbro. And then basically, what's left is my Beedrill will also finish off his Mewtwo. So down it goes, and he only has one Pokemon left. Save it best for last. The Mega Mewtwo, why? And that will naturally revenge kill my Starmie. Ooh, he's not liking these Stealth Rocks at all. So he can actually hit me up with a Thunderbolt. I don't really care. And basically that's game. Unless I'm like tripping balls right now and my Beedrill is not Jolly Nature and it does not have max IVs. Otherwise, I'm basically just gonna finish him off right here with an X-Scissor. And there we go. I was so paranoid that I was not able to finish off Mewtwo. So, hey, that's really awesome. I love fighting Mewtwo, guys. I mean, like, normally I don't like to fight Mewtwo just because I usually play Smogon rules on Showdown. If you guys do check out my other videos, like on Sun and Moon, X and Y, and Obras, yeah, like, I usually don't like to play Ubers, but in this game, there's just so many counters for Mewtwo. Like, you got Beedrill, you got Muck. So thank you so much, everybody. I do have a question, common question a day for everyone. My question today is, what is your favorite legendary? Please leave it in the comment section. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you guys next time.